what is the biggest misconception that people have about what it means to be a public official?
That's a great question. I've actually never been asked that question before.
Taste the fire, feel the heat, chilling while you're on your feet. Spicy challenge can't be beat. Hot seat wings, it's time.
Hello, I am Pastor Tina Carragher of the Community Praise Church, and I want to welcome you to another episode of The Hot Seat, where if the questions don't get you, the hot sauce will. With me on today is a very special guest. She is the first African-American female mayor of Alexandria, Virginia. With me is Mayor Alyia Gaskins. How are you doing?
I am doing well. It's so good to meet you. I'm excited for this.
Awesome. Well, listen, you ready to get started? Because I have some questions to ask you.
Okay, I think so.
So the first hot sauce we're going to go to is Fat Cat.
Fat Cat. Okay,
Yes.
this one.
So when you put it on, you can do like a couple of dabs.
All right,
And then
we'll
we
see.
will-
You said this one's like the mild one, though, the baby one.
I didn't say anything about which
Oh.
one that
Well, I just assumed. Okay.
Okay. Ooh.
Okay.
Oh my.
We'll
Y'all,
see how it
she's
goes.
going for the gold. Okay, wait. We're going to eat at the same time.
Okay.
Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's eat. Okay. So, my first question. All right, this is not too bad.
Not too bad.
My first question is this. You look young, right? Now, I know I look young, but you definitely look young. How old are you?
I am 35.
35 years old.
Yes.
Wow. So it is amazing that you at 35 years old would pursue life as a public servant. What made you choose this route?
So I guess my story begins with my mom.
Mhm.
I was raised by a single mom. My
Mhm.
mom worked 2, sometimes 3 jobs.
Mm.
And the truth is, no matter how hard my mom worked, we often struggled to make ends meet.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, the thing that I always remember about my childhood is that I would not be sitting here if it wasn't for the kindness of other people, whether that was my church, whether that was my grandma or
Mhm.
strangers, making sure that we had food to eat, help with our rent or whenever our utilities were shut off, making sure that the whole community came together to
Yeah.
get me into summer camp or programs.
Mhm.
And so I've always wanted a career that allowed me to give back. I don't think I thought that that would be running for office, but when my city had a need and there were things that I felt needed fixing, I thought that I offered a perspective that needed to be included. And so I decided to run.
Okay. That is awesome.
Thank you.
You ready for the next one?
I am.
Let's go. The
Okay.
next one is why.
All right. Why?
Yes. Tell them
I don't
that
know
it's human
how I should feel
nature.
about- I keep pouring like the whole bottle.
I know.
I don't think
Listen, you knew I am not
instructions.
responsible for what happens if you end up on fire.
Can I sign a waiver or a like?
All right, let's go
Okay,
ahead.
Here we go.
Okay. Is that a little bit of heat?
It does.
All right, you still with me?
I'm still with you.
Okay.
I can't go down on number 2.
That is also true. You ran for office. You can handle this.
Yes.
My second question is this. So I heard on the streets that you're from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
No, I'm from Pittsburgh.
Oh, Pittsburgh!
So I heard on the wrong street.
On the
Pittsburgh,
wrong street?
other side of the state.
Okay,
Yes.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So
Yes.
I'm assuming that you were rooting for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes, for this one very specific time. Normally, I don't root against anybody. Like, I only root for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, but this one time, they had my support.
Wow. Good to know. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a diehard Steelers fan. I feel like if we lose on Sunday, I'm
Mhm.
usually in a bad mood on Monday.
Oh, wow. So you're really invested.
Yes.
Okay. That just goes to show my NFL IQ is small because I just assumed
No.
you were for the Eagles.
I try to, like, I don't know. I don't like these, like, fair weather fans who just switch
Mm.
team to team. But I needed somebody in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I need someone.
Okay. All right. You ready for the next one?
I'm ready.
Okay. You're
All
doing
right.
good so far. So the next one is called the bomb evolution.
Okay. This time, okay, let's see if I can get this.
I want to advise you to be gentle on this one.
You're-
Be gentle.
okay.
Now, I'm not responsible for what plops out, but be gentle.
I'm sure. Okay.
You might have to smack it like a ketchup. Okay,
There we
that's
go.
good. That's
there
good.
we go. Okay.
Woo!
I'm nervous now.
You should be. I'm not gonna lie. You should be.
Okay.
Okay. Whew, that's enough for me. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
Am I?
She said,
Am I ready? Okay.
Now there's ice cream if you get too spicy.
Okay.
Okay. So My next question, you all right?
Okay.
You sure? There's
Okay.
ice cream right
I
there.
might be going for it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Are you okay?
So, what made you get involved with public health?
Yes. Okay. Much better. We're going to survive. So I talked about my mom earlier.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My mom has asthma, diabetes, saccharosis, one lung, and a number of other health issues.
Mm-hmm.
And so as a child, we used to spend a lot of time going in and out of the emergency room. I initially thought when I grew up, I wanted to be a doctor because at the end of the day, they were the ones who always gave me my mom back. The more I began to just kind of understand what was going on in our home and in our situation, the more I began to see that you could have the greatest doctors in the world. If every time you go home, your home has mold, rodents, or other issues,
Yeah.
or you are working 2 jobs, but there's still not food to eat, or you're skipping meals so that your child has something to eat, you're never going to be able to manage your diabetes. And so I wanted to pursue public health because at the end of the day, public health is how do you get to the root of those causes? How do we address housing, transportation, education, all of these things that are at the foundation of whether or not we can be healthy in the first place.
Excellent, excellent. I love it. All right.
All right, I'm going for more ice cream.
I know. My mouth is on.
Okay,
You,
my
listen,
mouth's on fire.
You beasted that question, but my mouth was on fire while you were answering. All right. So the next hot sauce is not so bad. It's called Onima.
Okay, see, I assumed they were getting progressively.
Oh no, I tend to switch these things
switch it
up.
up. Okay,
yeah,
okay,
because
I
people
like that.
watch this and they start to take notes about things.
Oh,
So-
this one looks like it's.
Okay, so I will go. Ooh, my teeth are burning. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go. So,
Oh, that one's bad. To me, that's bad.
it's bad?
That one's spicy.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
I thought the last one was. No? Okay, you might be right. Woo! Woo! All right. So I have a riddle for you. You ready?
Okay.
Okay. If she's broke and he's broke, what is the status of their relationship?
Broke or over. I don't know.
You ready for the answer?
Yeah.
Nonsense. Get it? Nonsense.
Okay. That's a good one.
Thank
That's
you.
a good one.
Thank you. I'm good for a good corny joke.
I love a good knock-knock joke. I don't have any right now, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So the next hot sauce
Okay.
is Ghost Island.
Oh gosh.
Whew.
What's flavor to die for?
Yes, but we won't be doing that to you.
No. I'm just getting started. We're only 3
Yes.
months in.
Yes.
Okay. I believe it's going to come out. Okay, there we go. Whoops. Okay,
Ooh.
there we go again.
Thank you for doing the hard work for me,
Thank you.
Mayor. Because of your work, I can make it easier.
You can get a little dab.
Yes. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Oh, that's not bad. That's kind of sweet.
Yes.
Yeah, really good. It's kind of like a curry.
Mm-hmm.
My next question is this. There's a lot of executive orders that are coming out from the White House that are having real impacts on a lot of people, a lot of families, and especially government workers.
Yes.
What is your plan in order to help and assist those who are being affected by these decisions?
Yes. These are probably the decisions that keep me up most at night.
Mm.
When I think about sort of the changes that we're seeing at the federal level, especially as it relates to federal workers,
Mhm.
we have over 13,000 federal workers here in the city.
Mhm.
That doesn't include government contractors or other, adjacent industries. We have about 3 million square foot of leased office space that is to government-related agencies. We get about $51 million directly from the federal government.
Mm.
And so all of these things have implications for our workforce, have implications for our sales tax, meals tax, property taxes, and just the local economy as a whole. Some of the things we are trying to do to be proactive is we just launched last week a new resource for federal workers. It includes jobs that are available within the city. It also
Nice.
includes a comprehensive guide for how you
Nice.
translate your skills from the federal government to the local level.
I love it.
And then it includes resources like housing, food support, rental assistance, childcare as well.
Mhm.
And then this Saturday, we are partnering with Congressman Don Beyer on a pop-up resource fair with Arlington, Fairfax, and Falls Church
Mhm.
as a way to proactively get out there and let people know your cities are here to support you. We want to hear your questions. We want to hear your concerns, but we also want to hear your ideas for what that support needs to look like, recognizing it may shift and change
Yes.
as the weeks go on.
Yes, I love that. Awesome. Thank you for being
you.
proactive about that.
Thank you.
All right, you ready for the next one?
I am.
We have
ice
two
cream-
questions
Ice
left.
cream's my favorite food, so I think I'm just like tempted to keep going. Okay.
Okay. That one's called Cherry Bomb.
Okay. This one feels like I can control how this will come out.
Yes, yes.
Yay,
Well done.
I'm
Well
getting
done. Yes, you are getting it. Okay, you ready for the next question?
I am ready.
Let's go. Okay. This one's not bad.
No, this one's good.
Yeah, this is
Mhm.
good. Okay. All right, see? Some reprieve from the heat.
Yes.
My next question is this. What is the biggest misconception that people have about what it means to be a public official?
Mhm. That's a great question. I've actually never been asked that question before.
Mm.
I think the biggest misconception is that every public official is, like every politician is like sleazy or backstabbing or corrupt. I think for me personally, I am somebody who's very value driven. My faith is very important to me.
Mhm.
My belief that how we treat each other matters is exactly what I try and bring to this office and make sure that I hold it with the greatest integrity that I can.
Mhm.
And so I think kind of transforming that misconception that we're real people. We're real people too, who laugh, who cry, who have emotions, who have feelings about all of these issues.
Mhm.
And we're trying our best. And at the end of the day, I think most of us are trying to push forth a more constructive and positive dialogue than you often just see in the media.
Awesome. Beautiful.
Thank you.
You ready for the next one?
I'm
The
ready.
last
The
one?
last one.
The last one. The last one is called
Oh my
The
God.
Bomb Insanity.
I feel like this little one's going to be packed with all sorts of fire. I'm going to
All
like fall
sorts of-
out. It says insanity.
It says insanity.
Okay. I got it.
Listen, I respect your decision to safeguard your health and wellness because you want to be able to make it home to your
I
beautiful
do.
family, don't you?
Yes, I do.
I'm not mad about that. Okay, ready? Okay.
It's very smoky.
Okay. Yes, it is.
Mhm.
Woo. All right. So.
Mhm.
yeah,
Has a little after kick.
it does.
Okay, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, now go back to my ice cream. Now see what would have happened if I had more than that little time.
Oh, yes. So my last question for you two is this. I know how important it is to see representation. I work in a male-dominated industry as a pastor, so I understand what it is to, be a female pastor and how it looks to other young girls when they see a female leader. What is your advice to the little young girls, the black and brown girls who are looking at you and wondering whether or not they can do that? What advice would you give them?
I say first and foremost, be careful on the hot sauce. No, what I would say is if you want to do this, you can do this. If you have an idea, if you have an opinion about anything that's going on in your community, whether that's related to the housing you live in, the classes you take, the people you engage with, the programs that are available to you, your voice matters, and you have to share what's on your mind. Our cities are too diverse and are filled with too many people who are facing challenges and issues not to bring every perspective to the table. So there are days when it will be hard. There will days when it feels like you're not enough, but I hope that you believe that you are enough. And I hope that you find that little voice within inside you that says you can do it too. And I would say it doesn't matter if you are 5 or 55 right now. If you want to help shape what we're doing in the city of Alexandria, I invite you to do that. The simplest way to start practicing and getting engaged, send us an email, send your council a note. I've had young people write in and say something like, I wish you'd pick up the trash in my park. Doesn't have to be long, doesn't have to be a lot, but you can come, you can share that idea, and then you keep coming back and you hold us accountable for making sure we get that done for you.
Awesome. Well, Mayor, I just want to thank you for taking the time to sit with me over some chicken wings.
Yes, chicken wings and ice cream. I love it. Thank you.
Chicken wings, ice cream, and hot sauce. I'm really proud of you, considering what happened in this last election, you know, there were some who actually broke the glass ceiling. And so you and Angela also Brooks, we thank you for running. Thank you for sticking with it. And thank you for being an example of what's possible for the Black girls and all over this world. And again, thank you for being on the hot seat. And I want to invite you to come to the Community Praise Church. We have our worship service on Saturdays at noon.
Okay.
And we would love for you to be our special guest.
I would love to do that one.
Awesome,
So
blossom.
we'll make it happen.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, listen, you all, that concludes our episode of The Hot Seat. Make sure that you follow us on YouTube and Facebook to find more episodes.